You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is BMORE Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? It's me, Lady T, and this is BMORE Lifestyle. So there's quite a lot to talk about today, so let's get to it. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers is here with us, along with our very own Terra Reeves and Miss Persia Nicole from 92Q. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's get started. Let me tell you right now, the coronavirus pandemic may be driving more Americans to drink. A new survey shows a 14% jump in drinking frequency this past spring in adults over 30 years old compared to that of last year. The findings showed that on average, 3 out of 4 adults said they had consumed alcohol one day more per month in spring 2020 than they had in spring 2019. Researchers say the results are not surprising due to the increased anxiety, stress, and depression resulting from the COVID-19 shutdowns. The study appears in the journal JAMA Network Open. So tell me, I want to hear, did you guys already know that everybody was already being driven to drink during the pandemic? Let me hear from Terra first. Tell me.
Well, I think I've seen all the memes where people are saying basically that what you were saying, depression, anxiety, people are drinking. I will say I have learned how to make an incredible margarita. Ooh. Because when we had to quarantine because of the pandemic, with all the Mexican restaurants shutting down, I was really upset because I love to have a nice margarita with my chips and salsa. So I had to learn to make my own margarita. So now every time I go to the fridge, it's there conveniently. So I have been drinking a few more margaritas than normally.
So Terra's stocked up. Persia, tell me, what about you?
Is there conveniently. I think for me, okay, so listen here. During this pandemic, we're home a lot more, no offense to the fellas, but, the toilet seats are up a lot more, the kids are running around, so we just kind of have to have a little drink to balance everything, you know?
I agree.
We knew things were happening, but now we're like, okay, something happens, we take a drink. Just like a little sip. And I'm also stocked up, Terra. I have the drinks ready. They're flowing.
Okay. So she's sipping. Jonathan, tell me what are you doing?
I think with those 2 kids in my house, distance learning, I think it drove everyone to drink a lot more. It was something else. It's like the only vacation you're going to get. But I could definitely say my alcohol intake it started a little earlier than usual, and it was definitely a little
okay. So you were on the brunch mimosa standpoint. Okay. I feel like I'm still on point from where I was last year. I'm doing just as good. So thank you guys. Okay, now we want you to tell it. Have you noticed a change in how much you've been drinking since the pandemic began? Let us know. Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote and tell us on the Fox 45 News app under Explore. You can find the spot to vote. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Following last night's presidential debate, it looks like more Americans are looking to move to Canada. According to Google, searches for how to apply for Canadian citizenship skyrocketed about an hour into the debate between President Trump and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden. The search peaked at 10:30 last night, which is when it really got bad. So I think I want to hear from Persia first. Tell me, what do you think? Are you going to Canada, girl? What we doing?
Listen, I was amongst the percentage of people who actually asked Cousin Google, like, how do I move here? What do I have to do?
Right.
The debate last night, I feel like, was crazy. I had secondhand embarrassment a lot of different times. I was actually taking sips of my margarita, Terra, many different times. It was one of those moments that I really was like, okay, is there kids in the room? Like, I just was confused what was happening.
That's funny. Terra, tell me, what do you think?
Yeah, I love America. I feel like we live in the best country in the world. I do believe it was slightly embarrassing. I actually told my boyfriend that he should run for presidency maybe in 4 more years, because one of these people has to win. Right. One of these candidates will win in November. So I'm with you. It was extremely shocking.
Got you. Jonathan, tell me really quick.
I'll tell you, that debate was really hard to watch.
Yes,
there was a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, talking over each other. I could definitely see why people want to move to Canada.
It was like watching 2 little brothers fight.
Totally get it.
It was totally like it. All right, up next. Okay, so 5 parrots are forced to separate because they started swearing at zoo visitors. Members of the British Wildlife Park moved the birds to different locations within the zoo to make sure they don't set one another off. The African gray parrots joined the zoo in August from 5 different owners. Zoo officials say within a short period of time, they just started swearing at each other. They said visitors weren't bothered by it and sometimes even joined in on the swearing. So tell me what you guys think.
Are you sure this wasn't the presidential debate?
Yeah, you know, I was just about to say the same thing, Jonathan. Get out of my head.
To a different area.
Get out of my head.
I'll tell you, that's some funny, I mean, obviously inappropriate for kids, so I understand, but
right.
When did these parrots learn how to do this?
Oh, wow. Well, Persia, they separated the entire set. So what do you think?
I mean, yeah, you know, I'm thinking that they definitely had something to do with the presidential debate last night, or they maybe should have been there. That probably would have added to the fuel, and we probably would have laughed just a bit more. But yeah, it's definitely inappropriate for the kids, but a fun little laugh, I guess. Like, who taught them that?
Terra, are we going to go visit these parrots?
I think it's hilarious. Listen, that sounds like something that my father would do. He would definitely be teaching parrots inappropriate phrases for them to be able to then repeat back to other people that are visiting the zoo. Or they may have picked it up from the zookeepers, you know, having to clean up after parrots. That may not be the best job in the world. So they probably have some choice words as they're cleaning up after these said parrots.
Right. Well, thank you guys for weighing in. Truly appreciate it. Now, tomorrow is the first day of October. If you're not feeling the spirit quite yet, we got you covered. Also, astrophysicist Neil Degrasse Tyson hosts a new show on Fox. He shares why this show is more important than ever before.
You're watching BMORE Lifestyle.
Uncover untold stories on the all-new episode of Cosmos Possible Worlds. Fox Broadcasting is making host and astrophysicist Neil Degrasse Tyson available via satellite. He's going to give us an out-of-this-world sneak preview. Thanks for joining us. How are you?
Hi, thanks for having me. Thank you. Thank you. And hello to all of Baltimore. Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you.
So Cosmos.
Yeah, tell me about the episode.
Yeah, so Cosmos, I mean, it's 13 episodes, one per week, and then they all show up on Hulu the next day for that. If you're 30-something and younger and have never in your life made an appointment to watch something on television, you can stream it, okay? So it's available to basically everybody now. And it's the 3rd incarnation of Cosmos. First was 1980 with Carl Sagan, and then 2014, and now 2020. And I've had the privilege of hosting these last 2. So one of the common threads of the series is that even we could just say we're all going to die because like we're messing up the environment or the rest, but there's a little bit of that. But we want to make sure that at every episode you're left with some strand of hope so that we can become better shepherds of our own power over science and technology to solve the problems that we brought upon ourselves.
Wow, that's very important.
And the subtitle Possible Worlds is not just, well, what other worlds are out there? And we do talk about the very distant future when the sun is going to consume the Earth and you have to get off of Earth and find another star system. That's the very distant future if we live that long. But the near future is also addressed. And there are different worlds that Earth can be depending on how we shape decisions that we're making today. So the subtitle Possible Worlds is not only literal worlds, but also the worlds we inhabit that we may inhabit in the future. So for me, it's the right show at the right time. And this year, we need some threads of hope.
Wow, yeah. So tell me, what's your favorite part about the show?
Well, I think one of the common denominators of all 3 Cosmoses, it's why when you sit down and watch it, you don't feel like you're watching a documentary because it's reaching you not only intellectually but also emotionally. and you end up caring about the content because we tell stories, actual human stories of scientists who made discoveries that were either squashed or ignored. And you look at that and say, hey, that happened back then. Wait a minute, is that happening now? You know, there are these threads that connect to stuff that consequences of bad decisions in the past relative to whatever we might be confronting today. And the co-author of all three is Anne Druyan, who's Carl Sagan's widow from way back, but she is the one who feels the science. And each episode is scripted and infused with that dimension of the communication, as well as visual effects and music and all coming together to just be the masterpiece of storytelling that it is. And I'd say that even if I didn't host it, I'm just saying.
Right. Well, we thank you so much for joining us today. We know that many people are going to be watching this, so don't miss Cosmo's Possible Worlds, Tuesday nights at 8 on Fox 45. Embrace your curls. That's what one teen did, and now she's a business owner. We'll take a look at her products just ahead. And embrace the spirit of fall right here in Baltimore. This year's events are looking like a mix to make sure every person maintains a proper social distance.
This is BMORE Lifestyle.
A citywide celebration begins tomorrow and lasts through the end of October. The big change happening this year, but it's all virtual. Santiago is here with us from the Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts. Joining me now, hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for joining us. So what big changes did you have to make this year?
So, of course, a lot of it has to be virtual. Freefall Baltimore is typically a citywide celebration throughout the month of October, and of course it's still that, but most of the events that would be in person this year are going to be virtual. But we do have some smaller and safe in-person events. For the most part, yes, we will be doing virtual, and you know, this is a celebration of the arts, and folks are very creative in how they can make their events you know, digital and virtual, so we're very excited to see that.
Okay, so what kind of programs can we attend?
So there's something across every aspect of the arts and culture. So we have artist studio tours, which you can visit, you know, virtually through Instagram and through social media. We have theater productions. So you can watch an entire theater production. Instead of going to a theater, you can watch it on Zoom. Dance classes on Zoom. But again, we do still have some art installations that are going to be happening in person. So if you want to, you know, step outside safely and distanced from others, you can do so at these installations as well.
Okay, now you know we love free, so how much does it cost?
It is free, and that is the whole point. So Freefall Baltimore, it's all month in October. And really what's great about it is that it's free. So folks that might not have the time or the opportunity throughout the year to go to these organizations, they have the entire month, and it's a really robust schedule. So, you know, you can go at any point throughout the month, you know, to any of the events that work. And again, they are free. So, and we hope that while you attend these events in October, it makes you think about it throughout the year. Oh, you know, I'd like to come back to this organization at a different point throughout the year. And hopefully Freefall Baltimore kind of kickstarts that. Okay,
so how do we find out more info?
So freefallbaltimore.org, we have our full schedule on there, and you can search by the different types of events, you know, family friendly, dance, theater, art, all the different events that way.
Fantastic. Thank you, Santiago, for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, so October is tomorrow, if you can believe it, and the leaves are changing. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers shares some stunning pictures.
Yeah, you bet. And the colors may not be great here at this point, but things, oh, they're getting going. Take a look here. This is Kansas City. How about that? Already some beautiful colors there. That's not even all that far north. This is from James Spann. You can see here this actually Rocky Mountain National Park. Looks like they're kind of even past peak. And then working our way into the northeast in Vermont. This coming from WX Matt Ferguson around Killington Ski Resort. And actually, I used to work with John Kutchko back up in Rochester, New York. And you see here some of the rain wetting down the tennis court around Dansville, New York. But in the background, some wonderful colors. And those are all going to be rolling down the Appalachians and heading toward us over the next couple of weeks. Our peak here in Baltimore is in mid-October. So we're entering our peak month of leaf color and, of course, of raking. But if you have some lawn work you want to do today before those leaves come down, it's nice. More comfy 70s on the way forward today. Another weather maker, though, Thursday night into Friday, and then Preakness. Looks like it's kind of cool, but sunshine. Temperatures all in the 60s as we take a look there at the Mile 1000 cam, and that's all courtesy of a front that's now moved off the coast. Cold front, that is. Next weather maker, though, another cold front up here around Milwaukee and Green Bay, Chicago, and that is going to swoop in as we're cooling and drying today. It will swoop in by tomorrow late and tomorrow night. Could give us our next risk of some rain, and then some even chillier yet temperatures coming for Friday on into the weekend. Let's plan things on the future scan hour by hour. Through about 4 or 5 o'clock today. Looks good. Temperatures about 70 to 75. Again into tonight, just a couple of patchy clouds. Tomorrow, clouds increase, especially late day, and thicken up. And then as we head into the overnight hours, 12:30 a.m. early Friday morning, 3:30 a.m. Friday morning, 7:45 a.m. Could have a couple of wet spots, especially east, as you're making that trip into work, perhaps. But I think most of the balance of Friday should look good. And the weekend, fantastic. If you're taking a walk today, temperatures in the 60s to around 70 throughout the afternoon. Just a couple of patchy clouds. And for Preakness, post time at 5:36 p.m. on Saturday, gorgeous with temperatures in the upper 50s and a lot of sun. But till then, a couple little bumps on the road for our Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, early Friday. Could see some showers there, light stuff, and then sunshine back on the way for the weekend. And rounding out our exclusive 10-day forecast into next week, stays at or below average. Sunshine returns by next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Thanks, Jonathan. All right, everyone, now we're talking curls, coils, kinks, and all those beautiful things. Listen up. Now, in order to get girls of all ages to embrace their natural hair, a local teen saw a need and created something special. Lexi Proctor from Southern Maryland started a business called Curlinistas, and she's a CEO. Hey, girl, how you doing, Lexi?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, girl, I'm good. I miss you. And I love the hair, darling. Oh, my goodness, you're fabulous. So tell me about Curlinistas. How did you get started?
So my name is Lexi, and my brand is Curlinistas. And the reason why I started my brand is because when I was younger, I used to get bullied, and I wanted to help other girls who went through the same thing as me. So I started off with my book, Curly Girls Love Your Curls. And this book teaches girls all about loving your hair. And it's also a coloring book, so kids, they can make the coloring, they could color in and make the character themselves.
Okay, now tell us about your products. I want to hear some more about that.
So my hair care products are Curlinistas, and these were guaranteed to make your hair pop nonstop. You see the curls are popping, baby. So yes, my first product that I came out with was my detangler, and this was my first product that I needed to come out with because when I was younger, I used to hate getting my hair detangled. So I really wanted to come out, you know, no tears, tangle-free, stress-free, and it's also a leave-in conditioner. It's very moisturizing. Next, I have my curl cream, and my curl cream smells so good, and it really helps to make those curls pop and keep your hair moisturized.
Go, girl. Okay, so where can we find these products?
You guys can go on to your nearest Sally Beauty, or you guys can go on my website. That's curlinistas.com.
Okay, now tell us about this giveaway that you've got going on your website.
So I need you guys' help because I'm having a giveaway. So I'm starting a Kickstarter, and I'm going to turn my book, Curly Girls. I'm going to turn my book, The Ice Cream Talk, Loving the Skin You're In, into a series, kind of like after school specials, where I talk about different topics that the youth faces today in a very entertaining but an educational way. So it's coming, my Kickstarter is coming out really, really soon, so I need you guys' help. So here's how you can help. You guys can go on my website and sign up for the email list, and you're also going to be entering a giveaway while you're doing that, and you guys have the chance to win all of my hair care products and a personal special book signed by me, my Ice Cream Talk, Love the Skin You're In. You guys will also get a book signed by me as well.
Oh, that's awesome. And I love your what you usually say, curly girls love your curls.
Yes, curly girls love your curls.
I love it.
If you're a curly girl that loves your curls, you're automatically a curlinista.
Oh, I love it, Lexi. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Make sure you guys go on my website, curlinistas.com. That is CurlAnistas. And make sure you guys go get your Curlinista products today so your curls can pop nonstop. And make sure you guys sign up for the email list because I have my Kickstarter coming out very soon. And I definitely need you guys' help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lexi. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. She's so much fun. I love that. And there's still time for you to tell it this morning. It appears more people are turning to drinking alcohol during the pandemic than in previous years. Let us know if this is you. Is this happening to you? Up next. Welcome back, and we wanted you to tell it. Have you noticed a change in how much you've been drinking since the pandemic began? Well, here's a look at our results. 20% said yes. Wow. Well, thank you guys for making sure you tuned into that. And we've got a great show lined up for tomorrow. Beauty expert Millie is going to join us. She's sharing some fall essentials when it comes to your makeup.
Find out how to have your business featured on BMORE Lifestyle. Email us at bmorelifestyletv@foxbaltimore.com.
Baltimore, thank you so much for inviting us into your home. Make sure you remember to live, laugh, and love. Stay strong, Baltimore. We'll see you tomorrow.